Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is the mid-February 2022 reading for the zodiac sign of Taurus. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you the meaning of the tarot cards as well as any intuitive messages that I receive. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising to get a full picture of everything that's going on. Also, if you've not already done so, please do subscribe to my channel. That really helps me a lot, and you'll be notified in the future if you subscribe when I post new videos, which I do a couple times a month typically. But with that being said, let's go and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up, coming to a close, so what's happened in the last few weeks. Column 2 is just going to be general February. We're going to do a column on money, love, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We're also going to do 3 yes or no questions, a healing crystal, and a healing note. But let's jump in. We're going to pull a summary card. We have the card ready but waiting. So likely, Taurus, you feel like you want to do something, but the time just hasn't been right. You're ready to go and things aren't moving. Luckily, this is what's coming to a close, so hopefully in the next few weeks you'll be able to get things moving and you'll go out of this waiting stage. The first card that we have is the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a card of new ideas, new conflict, or possibly new mental clarity. Anytime we have an Ace card, it just really marks a card of newness, but just feel like something new is coming in for you. And whatever it is, I think will be pretty big for you, followed up by the Death card. The Death card doesn't mean death, but it does mean transformation, big changes, an ending of something. It's almost like a rebirth. It's quite major, really a big transformation. Then at the bottom we have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is really a card of feeling low. It kind of feels like you're at rock bottom, or it was kind of an abrupt ending to something. So for some of you, this change or this new thing might be a little shocking. However, the nice thing is you get to leave this behind. So these could be your feelings that you're feeling right now for the change, or this could have been like the state you've been in and you're moving into a much better state of mind. But let's see what messages we get here, do some clarification. The first clarifying card we have is the Seven of Pentacles. This makes total sense. With the affirmation card there at the top, ready but waiting. We have the Seven of Pentacles, which is a card of patience. It's hard work, delayed success. You see this person planted these pentacles and now they're just waiting for them to grow. So things have been slow coming. Likely this new thing with the sword, the new idea, new mental clarity, it's been slow to come to fruition for you. The next card we have is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of luxury, self-sufficiency, financial gain. So as you go through this transformation, whatever it is associated with this Death card, it's going to be really financially beneficial for you, Taurus. And then at the bottom we have the Moon card. The Moon card has a face in the sun and the moon there. So this is really about trusting your intuition when we see the face in the card like that. But the moon is also a voluntary change, so you're going to be going through this transition. It's something you chose to go through, but it's going to be quite major, marked with the Death card. But just trust your intuition through it. And again, you get to leave this Ten of Swords situation, which is really important. Now let's take a look at what's coming for February. Things are feeling stagnant. You've kind of been in this waiting period, Taurus, but let's see how the remainder of February is going to play out for you. We have the card Patterns. This could mean a couple of things, but the message that's coming through with this card is you might be like in a cycle of doing something that might not be the best. Like maybe you're kind of stuck in a rut, Taurus, or you're like in a bad habit or a bad cycle of things. You see the face on this card is not necessarily the most positive. It's kind of like a blank stare. It's like almost like you're caught in a habit. So let's read through that. I would encourage you to break patterns this month, the remainder of February if you can. Let's see what we get here. Okay, so we have the Nine of Pentacles coming up again. It just seems like there's new money coming in for you. There's no way around that, which is really a great thing. With the Nine of Pentacles, again, this is a card of luxury, self-sufficiency, financial gain. For some of you, this may be saying break the pattern and this money will come. The next card we have is the Empress card. This is also a card of abundance, creation. This could be a card of fertility or pregnancy as well. So some of you could be finding out that you're having a baby. You might be finding out that you're having a grandbaby. But very much so a card of abundance. So two abundant money cards. Then we have the Two of Swords at the bottom. This is compromising or having to make a decision. And I think this message is pretty clear, Taurus, what's coming through. You need to make a decision to break this pattern or this habit or this cycle in order to let this money in. So make the conscious decision. Sometimes the Two of Swords feels like a compromise too. So initially this could feel like you're compromising, but you're actually unlocking all these really wonderful things. Let's clarify this column and see what we come up with though. The first clarifying card we have is the Hierophant. This is a card of tradition. It's very conventional. It's conformity. It's interesting because those are all kind of like synonyms to a pattern also. It's doing the same thing. It's very traditional. It's very conventional. I'm going to stick by my message that you need to break out of whatever this pattern or cycle is so you can let this new money in. This is also a card of exceeding expectations. So I think whatever is yet to come is going to absolutely exceed your expectations, Taurus. The next card we have is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups means a couple different things. Sometimes this is a card of having a commitment issue, but it's also having lots of different options. You see there's something different in every single cup in this card. This is saying that you could create basically anything that you want. You have abundance in all of these different paths in your life. It's not even just money with the Empress, but it's like really being able to create what you want, assuming that you can commit to something, commit to this change. The next card that we have is the Ten of Pentacles, another really great money card. This is a card of retirement or inheritance. So there's some of you that could be retiring. You could be, again, with the Two of Swords, making a choice to retire. But this money that we're talking about could be coming in the form of an inheritance as well. But when we talk about Ten of Pentacles, it's leaving a legacy. It's very long-term, lots of money typically. So now let's move into our money column and see what we've got. We talked about money quite a bit. In this next column, this could be your career, job, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, really anything associated with money. So definitely some more money cards. The first card we have is the Six of Cups. This is a nostalgic card. A lot of times when I see the cups, this like tells me to tell people to reflect. So you could be reflecting on work or project or an investment that you have. But the Six of Cups is also a card of gifts. You see that this person is handing the other person a cup with a flower in it. So I do think that there could be some sort of financial gift coming into you. Maybe an investment's really paying off or you're getting a bonus at work. Again, it could be some sort of inheritance too as well. We have the Page of Pentacles next. The Page of Pentacles is very patient. This is often an indicator of a new job or a raise though. Page of Pentacles is a huge money news card. So money, money, money for you, Taurus. I believe our last reading too for February and January was, or excuse me, February in general was also a very money heavy reading. Absolutely carrying through to the end of the month for you as well with this February, mid-February reading. But again, this is an indicator of new job, raise, or some sort of money news. New money coming in, new money coming in. The next card we have is the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is a card of kind of low feelings. It's anxiety, grief, depression. It could quite literally be nightmares. You see this person sitting up in bed. Often it's like worrying about something to the point where it's keeping you awake. Some of you are worried about money and I'm not quite sure why, but I think it's worthwhile to acknowledge that some of you are just stressed about money. But let's clarify this column and see what we can do for you here. We have the Chariot. I really like the Chariot card. Somebody once described this to me as the Vroom Vroom card, and it just means that things are moving. The Chariot is a card of action, change, it's being on a journey. It could be a new vehicle. I do bring that up especially because we're in the money column. Vehicle is an investment as well, so some of you could be getting a new car. But you're on this journey. Things are moving in the money front. Things are moving in your career. It's topped on top of that Six of Cups, which is again gifts. Nostalgic, again, maybe you're reflecting back to be moving forward, but still feels like money coming in for you. Literally coming in on the Chariot at this point. The next card we have is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles, those of you that watch my readings, you know that I love when this happens. We have two of the same card on top of each other. It's the world saying I meant what I said. So this is, again, solidifying money. This is patience, but this is a new job, a raise, some sort of money news. So money, money, money is my message for you in this column. And then at the bottom here, we have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is very intentional, but it is very much so a lifestyle change, and it's a quick lifestyle change. So for those of you that for whatever reason are still worried about money or some aspect of money, that shift is coming for you. Now let's take a look at our next column, which is all about love. This could be family, friends, relationship, single, married, really anything connected to love. Could also be wanting to have children. Right off the bat, we have some really great cards coming up in your love column as well. First and foremost, we have the Ace of Cups. Again, anytime we have an Ace card, this is a card of newness. In the case of Ace of Cups, it's new baby, new relationship, proposal, or marriage. A great card to have in our love column. If you're hoping to have a baby, that definitely will be coming for you. If you are hoping to be in a relationship, I do see that in the cards for you as well. If you've been waiting patiently for a proposal or marriage, that seems to be coming for you too. The next card that we have is the Sun card. The Sun card is a great card to have regardless of where it is in the reading. But this is a card of material happiness, joyous outcome, success. So I feel like there's a lot of happiness for you. Whether you're single or in a relationship, this is like a card of pure bliss. It's really truly a state of joy and happiness. Then at the bottom we have the Magician card. The Magician card is very focused, very creative. It's about turning your visions into reality. We have this infinity sign here up there, abundance. It's that kind of endless ability to create. Then we have a pentacle, a cup, a sword, a wand. It's really the card of anything. So this is saying whatever you want your love life to be, Taurus, it can be. Let's see what kind of clarifying messages we have. First, we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is very fast. It's a speedy card. It's quick change. It's news coming in. So some of you could have been like single for a long time, then all of a sudden this person is just like going to come out of the blue, it feels like. Or maybe you've been trying to have a baby for a really long time and it just happens. Or maybe you're a grandparent and you've been hoping for a grandbaby for a very long time and it's just going to happen. It's going to happen quickly. So this is quick news coming into you. The next card that we have is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is a card of like gossip or seeking truth. I feel like, let me think about how I want to say this message is coming through. I feel like some of you were like questioning what true happiness was or what it looks like or what it feels like. And for those of you, Taurus, that are in that situation, I would encourage you to kind of like take a step back, because I do think you're in this really state of bliss and pure joy, and maybe you're there and you don't know it. So make sure you're like taking a second to acknowledge those feelings and acknowledge your surroundings. Odd message, but that's the message I have for you there. And then we have another double card. Hooray. The Magician. Again, whatever you want to have, whatever you want your love life to be, all you need to do is think about it and ask for it, and it'll come to you, Taurus. Now let's move into our fifth and final column. This is going to be a message from your future self or spirit guide. So like almost a piece of advice to carry into the end of February for you. We have the message consistency. So being consistent in the things you're doing. Let's see what cards come out underneath that. The first card we have is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very intentional, very strategic. This makes sense because I feel like you need to consistently make good choices to get what you want. And let me give you an example of that. Like, if you want to lose weight, you need to be consistent. So you need to be intentional and make sure you're exercising every day. Or let's say you have a savings goal, a money savings goal that you want to meet. Well, you need to be intentional with that and strategic and make sure you're saving money out of every single paycheck. So take intentional, consistent action. The next card we have is a card of rivalry, challenges, obstacles. This is the Five of Wands. I think this is just indicating that there will be small bumps in the road. If you've watched my videos before, the way I explain this card, so they are obviously fighting here in this image, but they're fighting with wands versus swords. So this is like learning how to fight. It's oftentimes like insignificant things, but it's acknowledging that there are some bumps, challenges, things coming up. Maybe an example of that, going back to our working out, wanting to lose weight. Maybe you have to work overtime one day and then you're really tired when you get home, but you still need to try and work out. Again, making that intentional, consistent effort. The next card we have is the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is very resourceful. This is another card of fertility for those of you hoping for family. But this is like, again, it makes sense with the money piece. If you have a savings goal you want to meet, you need to make sure that you're taking that consistent action, that you're being resourceful. Let's see how this column clarifies for us. The first card we have is the Hermit. The Hermit is going within for clarity. It's about being on this personal quest. We have this little light here, and this is the light that's within you, Taurus. It's about going within, asking questions, looking for answers, finding what you need, and all of that's within you. And that's on top of the King of Swords, which again is very strategic and very thoughtful. So this is about being clear about what you want and then being consistent in the action that you need to take to get there. The next card we have is the Nine of Swords. We had the Nine of Swords earlier too. Again, some of you are worried, and some of you are worried about these small bumps in the road. I'm not sure what this thing is that's worrying you, Taurus, but it does feel connected. Maybe something small happens and it makes you think that you're not going to get what you want, and you can't let these little things kind of stack up against you, if that makes sense. Like, don't let one little small thing derail all of your progress. Then at the bottom, we of course have another money card, because Taurus, this is the month of money for you, it sounds like. We have the Ace of Pentacles. This is new job, new raise, promotion, investment, some sort of new income. Makes sense on top of the Queen of Pentacles as well, because it's a very resourceful card, being resourceful with your money. So another great reading for you, including money. But now at this point in time, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask any questions you may have. We're going to do 3 yes or no questions using the Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have questions in mind, you can pause this video and think of those really quick. But for question number 1, we have the 5 of Spades. This is number 6 card. That's going to be a no. Question number 2, we have the 10 of Diamonds. That's the number 8 card. That's a no. And question number 3, we have the Queen of Spades. This is number 42 card. That's a yes. So we have no, no, yes, Taurus. If you watched your February video earlier this month, we did pull a card from the Healing Stones deck. This is a crystal to keep with you for the month of February. The crystal you got was Emerald. This helps with harmony, helps with beauty. It helps you open up to yourself or to your partner. It's very revitalizing, and it gives you a sense of togetherness. And then last but not least, we're going to do a note from our Healing Notes deck, because we can always use more healing. Your message says, healing takes courage, and we all have courage, even if we have to dig a little to find it. Thank you so much, Taurus, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, if you subscribe to my channel, it helps me greatly, and you'll be notified in the future when I post new videos, which is typically a couple Taurus videos a month. Also, if you feel inclined, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Taurus, and have a wonderful rest of your February.